Alas, it's over. It's all over. Okay, so let me explain. This will be the last live stream publicly. So what I'm gonna do going forward on Whimsu is I'm kind of done with the whole talking about the news thing, talking about what new Nintendo got announced this week, what's the new Microsoft. You know, I'm done with that. It takes too long to edit those videos, and I don't even edit them most of the time. I just sit here and just zoom the camera in on different shit. But then, you know, people make fun of me. I'm done. Too many people made fun of me. No, I'm just kind of sick of the whole news thing. And I'm doing this on Knowledge Husk as well, my other channel. I don't want to keep doing it, and because of that, it doesn't really make sense to have these live streams that are about the news get shouted out to every person who subscribed to this channel. You could check the concurrent viewers right now. 125 people. That's like 0.001% of the subscriber base of the channel. It doesn't make sense to keep, you know, screaming every week, come watch my live stream, everybody. So instead, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna post it right there in your little chat. There's the Discord link. I'll link it somewhere else as well. If you go to www.whimsu.com, you'll also find links to something somehow, and that basically every live stream I do in the future will be unlisted. Already, all the live streams I've ever done are mostly unlisted. You have to like go to a certain playlist to find them. It's just gonna be harder because they're not gonna get shouted out on the main channel. Because I'm not doing news anymore. So you might have seen my last video. I started taking sponsorships for Whimsu, and that's because I want to go back to making the old kind of videos I used to do. And sponsors are the only way to do that. But like E3 1996, console variations, whatever else I did. I think I talked about GameCube ads once. I'll do stupid shit like that again. I'm sick of the news. I'm done. I'm fucking done. I don't care. Microsoft bought Activision. That's the big story. We're never gonna get another big one. That's it. It's over. So yeah, that's kind of about it, I suppose. I'm gonna go through the comments now. This is all. By the way, this isn't implying that you have to watch this through Discord. It's just, if you're a YouTube member, if you're a channel member, you'll get notifications probably, I don't know. Don't have to be a YouTube member to watch the live streams. If you're a Discord, if you use my Discord, I'll just yell at you. I'll do the @ everyone. If you go to my website, you'll see it. The point of these live streams isn't really to make money. It's because it's fun. And so the problem is that can become detrimental to the channel. So no, it's not the actual end of the live streams. It's just the end of, for most of you, you'll never have to deal with me yelling I'm doing a live stream again. Let's see, going through. Okay, I don't understand why you people think it's through Discord. The live streams aren't on Discord. The live streams are unlisted links on YouTube. You click on the unlisted link on the Discord to get to YouTube. I didn't think I had to explain how to make a fucking peanut butter and jelly sandwich, yet here we are. Why you're not getting your live streams anymore. No live streams for the non-paying people. No, you don't have to pay. You don't have to pay to do the... Thank you, the Luxon57, for the Bob25. Thank you. I don't know what currency that is, but I do appreciate... And it is the final countdown. This is it. I will have a live stream probably tomorrow. I don't know. Talking about some shit. It'll be unlisted. I was gonna put it in the community tab. Like, I could do that. I could just say, hey, everybody, I got a new live stream that's happening. But that's gonna annoy people. And especially as time goes on, I want to move the channel away from that. Like, a lot of people right now even think that most of the videos that are releasing are are just live stream clips. It's like they're not. They're not live stream clips. I think I've only done one video that even includes live stream clips. It was for that Sega thing. It's like these are scripted videos, but I want to move away from that even perception that it is just live stream clips. I'm not doing Discord. Are you guys kidding? I don't give a shit. What does unlisted mean? Okay, so here's how it works. On YouTube, you have a few selections. You have private, public, and unlisted. Okay? Private, public, and unlisted. Private just means nobody can see it unless they're invited. It's basically nothing. Nobody gets to see your video. Public is it goes out to everybody, and everybody gets notifications for that video. Everyone gets notified on their phones. Their phones go beep boop, and it says Whimsu's going live, you know, and everybody gets annoyed and shuts off the notification bell. And then there's unlisted. Unlisted is just anybody that has access to the link can watch that video. Now, the benefit of this is it doesn't go to everybody's fucking phone and say, go watch Whimsu live, when 99.9% of the people who subscribe to this channel do not give a shit about Whimsu live. So, why would you don't need Discord. You don't need Discord. You can go to the websites. I'm sure I'll figure it out. How am I gonna do this? Okay, let's figure it out. We'll do the website. Okay, I have a website. Go to whimsu.com. Go to the website whimsu.com and press, I don't know what you'll press. I'll update it later. And I'll let everybody know what I'm going to stream when Whimsu Live's going live. Discord is... I'm not streaming on Discord. That would be horrible. I don't know. This is your first... I'm sorry, Matthew. So how will I know you're streaming? Manually checking? Well, that's the neat part. If you're on Discord, I guess you don't have to manually check. My goal is to stream every Saturday. But, you know. Oh, we got $5 coming in from Pakaranga. More Hank of Hill video. I should do more Hank of Hill video. Bawa. I'm not streaming on Discord! What? No! Yup, I'm leaving YouTube. It's over, guys. It's all over. I'm fucking done. I'm done. Okay, so how it's gonna work? How is this gonna work? Like, I could put it in the community tab, but like, people are just gonna scream at me when, you know, like, shut the fuck up. No one wants to watch your live streams. I could start a second channel. But I don't think they let me get paid for that. I think they don't let me get paid unless I get like 10,000 subscribers, which I will never get on my live channel. I am going to post a link on the Discord, and I'm going to post the link on something else. I have a Twitch, but if I say I'm going to stream on Twitch, people are going to yell at me anyway, you know? I'm not streaming I don't know. I'm streaming on Skype, guys. Who wouldn't want to watch the live stream? A lot of people don't. Because they're terrible. They're terrible, guys. Come on. Who are we kidding? What the fuck? Wimmy hasn't spoken in like 4 months. I don't even know why she can't work anymore. Kramer at Corp coming in with the $10. Thank you so much. Love your videos, Mr. Whimsu, especially the console variant reviews. Really hoping this isn't the last live stream on YouTube. This is not the last live stream on YouTube. But I'm glad you like those videos because those videos are coming back. Okay, what is your suggestion? The internet. What? That was the wrong button. What is your suggestion for how we solve this problem? You know? Like, TV? Do I just live TV? I'm doing YouTube still. It's just the fucking unlisted link. But how do I get the unlisted link out to everybody? No one's gonna sign up for my email list. I don't even know how those work. Okay, let me check something. Give me a second. Give me a good second. I'm gonna turn on my computer. Not turn it. Slapping it really hard. I don't have I don't actually know how to do email lists. Okay. Like Elgato no signal. See that with me? Okay. I'm gonna be streaming on ChatGPT. That's what I'm doing. Don't look at my password. Don't look at my password. Don't look at it. It's a secret. It's a secret. Okay. So, I'm gonna go to Microsoft Edge, the best browser, clearly. Go to Whimsu.com. There's a real website that does exist. And go to click on Whimsu Network. Oh, that's a shame. Okay, just imagine this isn't here. Just imagine it isn't password protected. Because it is. And the password is Bob Newhart. It is! If you press this button, it won't work. Terrible. Whimsu Network. This is way too common. I'll just put it on the homepage. It'll just be like a big timer that says, I'm going to be streaming at this time. They'll just shout it out. I don't know. Who cares? This is a terrible live stream anyway. We really like. Filthy Cubone coming with the $5. So I'm hearing. Wait. Ah, shit. Wrong microphone. So I'm hearing that you're moving all of your content over to Whimsu Cord and leaving YouTube behind. That's it. Yeah, Filthy Cubone, it's all over. This is it. I think. What? The Discord we did actually. Unusual join activity in Whimsu Husk. They want me to ban everybody. That's what Discord's telling me to do right now. That's great. Luxa57 coming in with the Bob, $10. Saying Bob. I'm confused. Are we talking about Microsoft Bob? Or are we talking about the currency Bob? I appreciate both Bobs. Packaron, go up to $5. Didn't you aggregate some video game news on a site once? I think I did. I do on my Discord. It's like an RSS feed. I was gonna do it with this gamerslop.com, which I own the domain to, but it redirects to Whimsu. So, yeah, I guess the plan here is I'm gonna link the Discord again. If you don't have a Discord, I'll link www.whimsu.com and make this your homepage. That's what you'll do. I don't even know if that'll work. What's the password? You don't have to worry about the password. It's Bob Newhart. One word. Yeah, the reason I'm doing this, again, I want to get back to the old Whimsu. I might even bring back the old set. Might even do that. I'm just sick of the news. I don't give a shit about the news anymore. I don't care what GTA is getting announced next year, next month. It didn't work. I don't know, guys. I'll fix it. I'm getting a phone call. I can't answer it. I can't answer the phone. I am probably gonna bring back Hot Tub Whimsu Cat. I think that the unlisted is the only way I can really think of solving this. And not because you got to think eventually people aren't going to care as much. I did have this idea to do it like members only. But like that seems pretty shitty. Like you got to pay me money to watch my shitty ass live streams. You know? That just seems a little scummy or great. 2 years from now, I'll be saying that was a necessary move. How much money? It's $1 a month to become a Whimsu Network member. Why is my arm stuck? There it goes. Why does everyone keep asking what's the password? The password doesn't really look. I'll change the website right now in real time on stream. Okay, I go to the website. How do I make a website? Sponsored by that sponsor who makes websites for you. I don't actually use them. I don't know how to use them. They scare me. Okay. Edit homepage. Gonna edit the homepage, guys. I'm waiting on it. Man, what about that Marvel's box office performance? Oof. Okay. I'm gonna say I'm gonna add a new thing. I'm gonna post the live streams here when they happen. Don't bother me. I can't say that, that's kind of mean. When they happen. Or like 24 hours before. Or something. Here's a link to the Discord. Is there any other websites I could post it on? Like, I have it on Patreon. I don't know if you need to have a Patreon account to use Patreon. I don't think you do. Let's try that out. Let's try that out, gang. Patreon. I'm gonna create a post on Patreon. It's gonna be a link. It's gonna say tests link. It's all over. I'm gonna press next. Everyone. Okay. Now I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna send the link to you. Copy link. I'm gonna send it to you, the internet. That seems like a very long link. Just try that out. See what happens. I don't have a Twitter account anymore. I deleted it. People slightly annoyed me or something. I don't really use the internet very much. It scares me. RSS, I think you have to pay for an RSS feed to set it up. And also, like, a lot of people don't use RSS. Which is a shame. That would be great. For anybody who's just joining, I'm not quitting streaming forever. I'm quitting public streaming, as in, you will not be able to see my streams if you just are a subscriber to YouTube, because there'll be unlisted links. And this is just not to bother the tons of people who do not care about these live streams. A lot of people don't care about my live streams. And that's it. That's really it. I'm streaming on Discord now. If you guys say that, you guys chuckleheads. I'm doing private streams. Oh. I mean, that's the ideal solution here, obviously, would be like, I say like, hey guys, I'm going to Whimsu Live, the YouTube channel, you know. But YouTube wouldn't pay me. I don't think they even allow you to get paid for that. Like, I could do that, but that seems like an unnecessary use of time and energy. I'm not streaming on Discord. I want to make that very clear. I do want to make that clear. I need to refresh my page, whimsu.com. See this link? I'm gonna post the live streams here when they happen, like 24 hours before or something. Here's a link to the Discord. So, like, you would click this. Didn't work. It didn't work. Okay, I'll get it to work. Let's post I can't even post a poll. Please don't bother me. I don't want to see this on my feed again. Yeah. Channel shutting down, guys. That's it. It's over. Shutting it down. I'm fucking shutting down the channel. I'm done. I'm done with YouTube. There's gonna be a lot of people that... Why not YouTube community posts? It's because... I don't know. From what I saw, like... YouTube community posts get, like, shouted out to people. Let me see. Well, it's because if you have notifications on, it still spams you. Why I try to limit the number of community posts I do. You know? Toxic nature, do you want to get blocked? I'm joking. People don't get blocked. They get shadow banned. You've never gotten a community post notification? Okay. I'm gonna ask. Community post wait, that's not a poll. Okay, I'm gonna check on the internet. Who get patient Monday post? Here's so occasionally. See, that's my problem there. I know you can't see it. This is my problem there. Is like sometimes people will still see it. I don't know, is that worth it? Let's see. Never notifications. Well, the problem is if I ask people, should I do it with notification? Modern Warfare 3 is garbage. See, those are the kind of takes like that's gonna get me canceled by somebody. Can't say mean things like that. Search with AI powered boost. Yeah, you guys go to my Patreon, I guess. Like, if you guys go to my Patreon, is I'm talking about the new Modern Warfare 3. The old Modern Warfare 3 was not that good either. You guys have nostalgia. That's when Bobby got evil. That's mean. If you like that game, that's fine. The Rapture Dog. Okay. The Knowledge Hub. I should probably change that link. Here we go. You guys ask me one more fucking time. Yeah, you gotta pay me on Patreon. You have to pay me money to watch me stream, because I'm that fucking great. No, Patreon is free. That's what I'm testing out. If you can click on this, if you can click on this link and you can see the last post, you can see these unlisted links. Right? Because the goal here is to only make people notified. I hope nobody paid. Okay, yeah. Do not pay. Do not pay me on Patreon. What's the reason behind this other than people don't like the notifications? It's time. It's with YouTube, you can't divide your audience. That's one of the greatest rules of YouTube. If you start dividing your audience, people don't click on your stuff. Last few videos aren't doing too well because it starts to divide the audience. I also have another channel, and that's part of the reason. Before, when I started live streaming, I thought I could do it every day or every 2 days. And that fell to every 3 days. That fell to every week. Fell to every 2 weeks. And now it feels like an obligation to even do it every 2 weeks. And a lot of that's just because every time I do have a live stream, it's going to go up on the main channel. I lose subscribers every time I stream. I see the numbers. Like, I do actually lose subscribers every single time I press go live. That's the reason, you know. When are we converting to Knowledge Husk? I almost did that. I almost just quit the channel like last week and was just gonna tell people go to Knowledge Husk. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. That's pretty much the story. In terms of anything else, if you want, like, I assume going forward these live streams aren't gonna have that as many viewers. Why is the link taking you to Discord? It's just a link. Just a fucking link. Just a link. If it works, it means you don't need a Patreon. If you don't have a Patreon account and you clicked on that Patreon link, it means you can just go to that Patreon. You can go to whimsu.com. You can go somewhere. I don't know. You know? You know? Yeah, Knowledge Husk is a much larger channel. Knowledge Husk is also changing videos. I'm not doing current events or news on that anymore, and I'm gonna have an announcement video kind of for that. I'm a little, I don't know how I feel about doing that. My next video is just gonna be a classic retro futurism. Here's a wacky robot. That's gonna be the video. Here's a wacky robot from the 60s. And then after that, I have a video planned on sort of like, I don't know, it's a little bit more philosophical about the decline of perception. Tech isn't cool anymore or something like that. I'll think of a clickbaity name. But I just don't want to cover the news anymore. I'm so done with it. I'm so tired. I'm so tired of doing the news. It is not Robbie the robot. It's, I can't spoil it. Somebody else at stream actually suggested it. Sam says, do you mean by dividing the audience from your other channel or covering content that divides the audience? It's creating content that divides the audience. So I've always had this question of what should Whimsu be about? All of 2023 has been about this. Should and you've probably seen this if you followed the channel long enough. When it started out, I was doing videos about like video game mechanics primarily, and then it's sort of moved into shit posts, movie shit posts, and then it moved into, well, all those videos got copyright claimed, so it had to move, and it moved into what I always wanted to do since I was younger, which was video game news. And I talked about video game news and speculated on shit and talked about all the rumors and news and all that fun stuff. But between that, my most popular videos were stuff like console variations, history, console history, gaming history. Not really what's going on in, you know, what shit did Ubisoft do this week? What did Ubisoft do that was terrible this week? You know, and I don't like doing those kind of videos anymore. At the time, it was fun. You know, at the time, doing the Microsoft Activision stuff was fun, but it's just not for me anymore. Goodbye, Archie. And when I'm talking about dividing the audience, if my plan for the channel going forward is to do gaming history, you know, the channel's only been around for 2 years. If I plan on doing this channel for 5 more years, 10 more years, 20 more years, I kind of need to solidify what the channel is going to be. And I would rather just, how do I put this? Whenever I'd cover the news, I would have to preemptively predict what the news is going to be. When I made my PlayStation VR 2 video, I had to just hope that Sony was going to talk about the PlayStation VR 2 in events that was rumored to happen. So I work on the video hoping that that's going to happen. Sometimes I get it right, sometimes I get it wrong. And that's the problem. That's why you don't have a lot of animated, edited, scripted, you know, video game news channels and shit like that. Most people that talk about video game news are going to do it unscripted. And they're just going to read the articles and, you know, form opinions. It's commentary, which is the way it should be, because otherwise, if it takes you a week to talk about a story that happened a week ago, nobody's going to care, you know. Do I live in Seattle? And the cat does, I guess. I think. Should find an apprentice. I'm still going to be doing everything the same. It's just, Well, that's the other thing I want to talk about with news. I am still going to be covering the news in the live streams, just as I was. But it is going to be difficult making that transition. The only thing I can possibly imagine is, like, that's the problem. It'd be great if the Whimsu, like, network, that channel membership thing, it'd be great if there's, like, a free option. If there's a free option, you could just have, like, people are opting into those notifications, you know? That'd be great. Dave, that was kind of my plan. I wanted to do a video. I did a video where I talked about journalism on Knowledge Husk. People got really pissed because it's a topic that's been covered by a lot of other channels. The point of that was supposed to be a springboard for me to talk, kind of close out this whole journalism thing I did, or news thing I did, and talk about all of the problems with gaming news and trying to cover gaming news. But there's just not a lot of interest in that. Not at least for videos. For live streams, there would be, and for other sorts of videos, there would be. But I think moving over to some other platform that isn't just necessarily YouTube, and figuring out what that is. Right now, it's just kind of the internet. You know, Patreon, unlisted links, whatever. What is going on, Sniper Cat? I'm simply... Okay, I'll post the link. If you have a Discord account, you can follow me at this Discord. It's not a real Discord, as in, like, nobody is allowed to talk except for me. It is literally just a message board, and it's where I will post unlisted links for YouTube, for my YouTube live streams. I'm not streaming on Discord now. Subscribing is the free option. That's the problem. Is that I still get, you gotta think, like, on YouTube, when you're dealing with this number of people, anything you say or do that might seem obvious will not be obvious when you expand it to 100,000 people. For example, you might remember my last video I uploaded. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you didn't watch it. There's like a minute of silence in that video, which was unfortunate because I rewatched the video twice to make sure there wasn't. But because I did an update on my computer's operating system and there was something wrong with the video editing software, I just didn't catch it. And I didn't feel like rewatching the video for a third time to make sure, I just assumed it was all good. And then once you can't just say, hey, I got this, I'm gonna fix this. I'm gonna cut this part out, it's gonna be fixed, without getting 50 comments that are going to say, hey, this part's missing, hey, this part's missing, hey, this section of the audio is missing. Hey, what happened to this part of the audio? Why is this audio missing? Man, this top, what happened? Where is it going? And it just keeps going. So every single action you do has to be pre-calculated. It has to be perfect, because otherwise this shit spirals out of control fast. Kramer Corp, thank you so much for the $5. Have you considered streaming on X? I just never had a big enough Twitter following for that, or X following, and I don't know if they have payouts yet. And even if they did, honestly, I think the audience is a little bit more aggressive over there than they would be over here. Was it the extra long outro? Oh no, it wasn't the outro. It was a part of a video that I might just do on stream later. Yeah, this is a good point by Minecraft Steve. I can't live off of the hardcore fans. The vast majority of viewers aren't even subscribers. Honestly, at this point, the vast majority of viewers for recently have just been subscribers, but that's why the numbers are so low. But the vast majority of viewers are not, think about any TV show. Think about any, and I'm not comparing myself to a TV show. I am, but like, think of a TV show. Not everybody that watches, what's a TV show that exists? Not everybody that watches, Cheers is a Cheers super fan. Not everybody that watches the Bob Newhart show is a Bob Newhart super fan. Not everybody who watches Matlock is a Matlock super fan. And not just because there's a special episode of Matlock, you know, a special behind the scenes, that's not gonna get everybody involved, you know. Not every viewer of Matlock is gonna want to watch that. So if you try to just appeal to the very specific audience that is appreciated, of course, and that keeps coming back, that's great. But it ain't gonna work forever. And it doesn't work forever. Now, instead of me, I don't want to kill Knowledge Husk or Whimsu. I don't want to kill Whimsu, and I don't want to just move over to Knowledge Husk, so this seems like the optimal solution. The Night Court's audience is 100% super fans. So yeah, I will be, for anybody who's confused, I'm still streaming on YouTube, it's just unlisted. The way to access that unlisted link, you know what I'll probably do? I'll probably do a few community posts. Probably do a community post at least. That would make sense. I'll tell people everything I've told you, but in like 40 words. You know, and then people will yell at me. They'll be like, it's about time, you hack. That's how it works. Why did I make a second channel anyway? I should talk about that. I've talked about this a few times. The reason I made a second channel is because I diverted the audience on Knowledge Hub too much. Knowledge Hub used to be a channel about geography. That was a channel about history. Then it was a channel where I just started posting shit posts about Wallace and Gromit and like Jimmy Neutron. And eventually, when the view numbers start to fall enough, if YouTube's your full-time job, you gotta be careful, you know. Like I figured, okay, I'll just start a second channel in case the algorithm has killed any momentum I can get, because a lot of my videos don't get recommended outside of my subscriber base. You can see that. You can check with the YouTube analytics. It'll be like, you know, if you're getting 80% of your views are from subscribers, that's not a great sign all the time. This originally, Whimsu, I was going to have be like a news. I've been trying to decide over the course of 2023, the entirety of 2023, what to do with my two channels. Do I make Knowledge Husk the tech channel and Whimsu the gaming channel? Do I make Knowledge Husk the big grand video essay channel where I post like 50-minute long documentaries, and I make like the 10-minute stuff on Whimsu? But honestly, I think I don't want to cover the news on either channel. You know, before it was kind of, do I cover the news? Which channel do I cover the news on? I don't want to cover on either, so that's why. Do I regret making a second channel or changing content? I certainly regret making a second channel, yes. Absolutely. It's so much harder, honestly. It's such a terrible decision. But I'm stuck with it. And now it's fine. Now it's fine, I'd say. It's not fine. It will be fine. But no, yeah, that was a terrible idea. Absolutely terrible idea. I think now it's at least getting fast enough. Like, this live editing, the fact that I can switch camera angles in real time, that's not something that was possible for me 2-3 years ago. So because of that, I can make additional content. And it is content. It's just me talking about shit. I do like the cat. I like the cat. That's why the channel still exists. Let's see. I think the 20-minute stuff on Knowledge Hub and 50-minute stuff here could work. I thought it could too, and it probably could. But the average view, again with YouTube, the average view time is like 8 minutes. On a 20-minute video, it's gonna be like 8 minutes. On a 50-minute video, it's gonna be 15 minutes. So that means a small fraction of the people are going to be seeing the 30 minutes of work that took 150 hours to make. That's sort of the problem I ran into with the giant documentary style projects on Knowledge Husk, because you're just kind of hoping that each video is like a huge success, which just doesn't always happen. Yeah, I don't blame TikTok, Cubone. I mean, I think the attention span thing has always been around, of like, not everybody knows what I'm. If I click on a video that's called like, I don't know, what's an example? I don't like Spider-Man. I expect that guy to talk about why he doesn't like Spider-Man. I don't want to hear him go on for 5 minutes about the history of Spider-Man or his personal relationship with Spider-Man. I just want to get to the meat and potatoes, you know. I certainly get that. And that's something that all YouTubers kind of have to accept. I think that this is another thing. I always hear, I love the sentiment, absolutely love the sentiment that people say, you know, this is your channel, make what you want. That's great, because I do make what I want. But it's also not, it's not like it's literally just my channel. Like, if nobody was watching, I wouldn't be making anything. So I think having some element of focus is kind of fair to the audience who took the time to watch it in the first place. And that's something I've started to think about a little bit more, where it's like, I don't want to waste people's time with just half-assed, I don't know, something. I want to just get to the meat and potatoes. Maybe I will have a chance of selling my cat mascot than my previous half-naked plushie. That is actually, to be honest, that's probably why I have a cat mascot. That's probably why, is the half-naked plush version of myself didn't reach the sales expectations to get into production. So I made it a cat instead. Super cool. I don't know what Silent Hill Ascension is. I don't know what Silent Hill is. That's not true. Hello, Danny Britt. Ike, I'm glad you liked the Xbox video. I'm gonna start getting back into that kind of stuff. Sam, I know you're being facetious with the hire a team. I could hire a team, but it's like, I feel it takes something away. If I just started outsourcing everything, I'd rather just be able to optimize my time. And that usually means making compromises, and those compromises come in the form of either the writing or the editing. But if I just make 2 videos on Whimsu a month, and I, you know, have a sponsor on those videos, and I don't spend 100 hours making the video, then it's probably worthwhile. NES variations, that's gonna take a while. I still gotta get to, like, I don't know what order I'm gonna do it in. I love tacos 37. Thank you so much for the $2 and the game over sticker. Wasn't there an older guy in the early day of Knowledge Hub, or was that just your microphone being shit? Okay, so I guess since we're doing just old stories here, in the first days of Knowledge Hub, which were Geography Hub, the channel was created by my brother, Cody. He realized very quickly that having 2 YouTube channels, because he also runs Alternate History Hub, is not feasible. It's really not feasible for the most part. And so he decided to just basically give that channel to me when it had a few subscribers and a few videos. I was, like, I don't know, in between colleges at that point, so I was like, okay, I'll write some videos about geography. I like geography. I'll write them, I'll edit them, Cody will voice them because I didn't want to voice anything. And then it sort of snowballed from there, where it became my main source of income, and then I had to keep Cody on board, and then I had to, you know, eventually I moved it to what I wanted to talk about. I only have 2 channels. Well, I have 3 channels, but 2 that you would probably know about. I have learned nothing from my brother. You're right. You are absolutely right. Because, like, Simon Whistler has a massive team, you know, like, most channels that, usually if you even see one YouTuber making a weekly video, they have a team. They have a team of writers, and the figurehead is just kind of like the voice actor, like, you know, the mascot. And there's nothing wrong with that, because, like, you know, for a TV show, the actor isn't the writer, you know, but for me, I see YouTube a little bit differently, where I do like the idea of one person trying to do it all. Just unfortunate that there's not enough time in a day. But that's just a theory. How much do I even make from this? Are we talking about YouTube or are we talking about Whimsu? Or the live stream itself? I will tell you this. I make enough to survive. And that's good enough with me. That's good enough for good old Tyler. Because, like, you know, it might be a few more hours than a normal job. But, oh, in total, I make... It changes literally every month. If I'm above minimum wage, that's great in my book. Z-Man 1508 coming with the $85. Crunchy or soft tacos? I prefer crunchy, to be honest. I'm sorry, soft. But I have, look, I could say something about tacos right now. It's gonna just derail. I eat them with barbecue. Eat them with barbecue sauce. Instant millionaire. Yeah, I could be. Live stream's probably losing me money. I mean, I've made $42.23 off of this live stream. That is how I've only been doing this for 47 minutes. You guys are great. You guys are great. But again, these live streams aren't really about the money. Whimsu's not really. It's the live streams are for fun. I would like to. I've considered just removing the. I don't love the idea of the donation button just because it makes me feel guilty. It does make me feel guilty, and I think there's a way to. Give me a sec. That is not an option. I could probably press off. Let's see what happens. No, I can't press off on a public video. And thank you, toxic nature. You can turn on super chats. Let me see. Moderation activity, pop out chat participants. I think I could turn off automation. Or I could turn off that's not the right button. Guys, you don't have... Guys, come on, stop. No, stop. Thank you, Mark, man, for the $2. Last donation coming in. See, that's why I don't bring up that part even, because that people do it, because somebody's exploiting that out there. Danny Britt, thank you for the $2, making me feel more guilty. Yeah, you are. You are. Because it feels weird, you know. Okay, guys, you gotta stop. You gotta stop right now. Please. Z-Man 1508, thank you for the $2 $A. I don't know what the A is. I'm gonna assume it's one of the countries that start with A. Like, probably not America. The barbecue thing, trust me, if you guys would try it out, you'd understand. I think that's... I'm gonna reveal that secret one of these days. It's not... It's not... There's a special way to eat it. That sounded wrong. There's a special way to make it where it's good with barbecue. Filthy Cubone, thank you for gifting the 5 Whimsu memberships. Thank you, Pakaraga, for the $1. Thank you, Deji, for the $10. Good luck, man. Whatever you do. Thank you, guys. Again, I'm gonna turn off monetization right now. I'm doing this. That was the last donation. Okay. There we go. Alan101, thanks so much for the $20. Honestly, Geography Hub is really what launched me into loving history topics. I remember watching the history of the tallest buildings when it launched and finding it super interesting. Honestly, thanks for everything, Tyler. Thank you. Thank you for the $20. Alan, I mean, it's not over. I'm actually planning on doing another tallest buildings video for Cody on his channel. Because I really liked... He did a video on, like, speculative skyscrapers I wanted to do. And I told him that was a great video that I loved that he did. I know my Elgato turned off, but, oop. I love Tacos 37 coming up with the $2. Thank you. Omega Omelet, do you have a preference when it comes to making content between your channels? That's the thing. For a little bit, I did prefer making Whimsu videos, but the hardest part for me in editing is, or making videos, is the edit. Writing is easy. Editing is not the easy part. Editing is just time consuming and tiring, especially if you don't have something fun to talk about. If you're talking about the news, it's just a bunch of logos and business assets and royalty-free footage. So if it's up to me, if I got paid the exact same for whatever I'm talking about, I would probably just talk about what I'm talking about, I guess. Wait, I did turn that off, right? Okay. Danny Britt, thank you so much for the $2 and the smiley face. Niej Nam Jami, I definitely pronounced that right. Thank you so much for the Plin 50. Thank you. I appreciate the Plin 50. I really do. Z-Man 1508, thank you for the A. Oh, it's the Australian $2. Australia. It's like America's less British sibling. Is that true? That could be true. That could be true. Croak Monster, thank you so much for the 2 euros. First donation ever, just to annoy you. I think that's a euro. It could be a pound. I am an American, so I wouldn't know the difference, but thank you. Sam's, thanks for the $1. And Pakaranga, thank you for the $2. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much. That's the donations. The stream's not over, but the donations are. Yeah, I don't really know how to do this now. What's going on, Aiden? I don't know. What did we come to a conclusion on? I'm done live streaming on this channel publicly. I'm gonna do it unlisted links. Gonna figure out a way to do that. I'm just gonna shout it out in the community tab the first like 2 times. Anybody that cares. How did you do that? How did you donate again? I turned monetization off. Thank you so much, Alan101, for the $2. You hate the smell of peanut butter? I think the taste is a little... I don't know. There's certain foods that I feel stay with you longer than they should, and I try to avoid them because of that. And peanut butter is one of them. The streams are going to continue. They will continue. In fact, they could probably be better or longer or something if I didn't have to do them publicly. See, when I have to do it publicly, I have to be very careful about, like, timing as well. I can't make it too short of a stream or people will confuse it with a video. I can't make it too long of a stream or something. Thank you so much, Pakaranga, for the $2. Turn this off, knowledge hubby. I see you, Pharaoh. I'll update ya. I have to figure out how to turn this shit off. Boop, 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 boop. Somebody told me it was possible. Oh. I'm very close. No, Pharaoh, you didn't have to do that. Should viewers like the stream? I can't find it. Thank you so much, Pharaoh, for the 3 months. You have to go into YouTube Studio, earn Supers tab, then turn off. Yeah, I'd have to leave this. I don't know if I can do that in let me try it out. I don't know if I can do that while I'm streaming. Wait, I can. People are saying, I'm gonna read this comment I got. Sponsors are gross. I make a point of never purchasing. Sponsors are the reason the videos release. Augo Cat, thank you for the 3 months. Yeah, Jami 43. Thank you. Hello from, they say hello from Poland. Thank you for the Poland, the Polish 10. Polish 10. Well, Z-Man, the problem is it's like... Okay, let me turn this off first. The problem is I don't know if you guys saw like the Boogie documentary released. Turn off. Turn off. Turn off. There we go. Okay, yeah. Now, now that that the supers are off, I can finally talk about it. So what Boogie 298877 coming at you live with the power of the internet. He invited somebody to make a documentary about him, and it's just really fucked up because what'd they call it? They call it like a covert narcissist. Is like it sounds like he has this way of kind of manipulating people into feeling bad for him, so they give him money. And like that's something that scares the shit out of me because like I tell people on live streams, like I try to explain why I can't do certain videos, but I don't want people to get the impression that I'm like hurting for money, that I, you know, that I need donations and shit, because that's not like, look, if I was if everything was collapsing around me, I could just shit out a video every day about like, I don't know, why Nintendo's dumb, and then the next day I'd make a video about like why Xbox is dumb, and I just keep repeating that, and you know, I'm sure that'd work out eventually. You know, like, yeah, Croak Monster, it's by Mike Clum's documentary, but like, well, Toxic Nature, I'm not getting minimum wage based on like, what's it called? Based on like hours put in, but I work from home, so it's like, and I like what I do. You know, it's like, technically I work, what do I work? I work like 95 hours a week, but I like doing it. So it's not like somebody else that's working even 40 hours a week or 30 hours a week. There's a huge difference between that. And I don't want people to confuse the two. I like what I do, and the money is just so I can continue doing this full time. But Boogie, he had this thing where he would like, it seems like everything he was doing was just to try to get people to feel, you know, sorry for him, try to get money. It's like, I know that's really fucked up and sad, and maybe there's more nuance to it than that, but the documentary is very revealing, you know. Am I related to Cody? Yeah, he's my brother. I'm so poor and struggling. Well, Alan 101, thank you. It's just, you know, like, there's a reason sponsors exist. There's a reason ads exist, and it's like, not always, you know, fine. I don't like talking about money on YouTube because it's not something that feels, you know, it feels weird, but it's like, put it this way, the fact that sponsors exist, that's the safety net. You know, worst thing ever, that if your channel starts collapsing in views, you take a sponsor, your channel's saved pretty much. Not always, but like, it's very, unless you just don't work on videos or your videos take too long, you know, eventually you I know people who do YouTube full time who get way less views than I get. So it's like, you know, I'm never going to complain about that kind of stuff. Sometimes I just go a little too overboard in the production times. This is a good comment by Shady and Onward. I don't know how to pronounce that, I'm sorry. You find a job that you like, it's not a job. It could be more of a sense of a hobby or fulfillment that coexists with work, which is a good point. Like, when I wake up, I don't think, you know, I used to work at different places, and that's very different because it's a sense of dread waking up in the morning to go to work. I don't take days off. You know, I haven't taken a weekend off in 7 years, or something like that, because I like doing this. You know, if I take a day off, I feel weird because it's something fun for me, and it's like that's very different. And I understand people, you know, you got to make a living from it because otherwise you can't keep doing it. But I don't know. I just don't. I don't think it's right in something like a live stream where it's more about, when I'm telling people this. I don't think that should be monetized. Bro needs cash desperately. Because, like, that's something I thought about. It was kind of scary about. I titled this the final live stream. I don't want to give people the impression that I'm like, I'm done. This is over. It's like, no, this is just to let people know this is the last one that goes up publicly, and everybody who's interested in the live streams is going to seek this out and find that stuff, because we only have 153 concurrent viewers or something like that. Crook Monster says, when I did university, it was 120 hours a week, site deadline stress. I loved it, everything I did with an angle that interested the freedom to explore interests. Now 40-hour job feels like 200-hour. Exactly. It's such a vast difference in just, if you like what you do, it doesn't feel like work. And there's always going to be there's elements of what I'm doing that I don't always love. Don't get me wrong. Like, there are mundane aspects to editing a video, but I'm not going to pretend like that is remotely comparable to, okay, I turned off membership, but wait, I didn't turn off membership. Thank you. I love Tacos 37. I'm not allowed to turn that off. But yeah, you don't. I think that's I can't remember where I was at. It's just something. It's something that's hard to explain. Like, I don't have to worry tomorrow when I wake up. Guys, don't start doing the membership thing. Thank you, Pink Pony, though. Good night, Toxic Nature. Talking Sock. I'm still gonna be here, Talking Sock. Thank you, Kramer Corp. It's Pink Pony, right? Peony. Why am I dying? Good night, Croak Monster. Peony. Oh, there you go. Yeah, the fact the cat is clipping underneath the desk, this actually might be one of the last times you ever see the cat like this. Because I might be moving back to, I might be moving to a new set. I say that like it's a real set. That's just a mistake. I just claim it's a hot tub, but it's clearly a mistake that the cat is clipping through the desk. Because it's very hard in OBS to try to get it pixel perfect. What videos do I plan on making in the future? Been working on PlayStation 3, Xbox 360 console variants. Been working on E3 1996, 1997. And now that I'm distancing myself from those news topics, I can really focus on that. That's something I also want to talk about. Without doing news, I can actually prepare videos in advance for the first time in my life, which is great. Like, I can plan for videos in December, in January, which is the other reason I can now finally take sponsors, whereas before I couldn't, because, a sponsor says, can you have a video done early January? The sponsor is necessary to make enough money to justify the creation of the video. I don't know if anything's going to happen in that month to warrant a video, and I don't want to just shit a video out for the sponsor. I know some people think I probably did that with the last one. That is not what that was. It was, I wanted to see if opinion-based videos could do well on the channel. They do not. They apparently do not do very well. I'm not getting rid of the cat. COD Zombies retrospective. Man, I don't even know what to say about Call of Duty after this one. It leaked that Advanced Warfare 2 was supposed to be the one releasing this year instead of Modern Warfare 3. Advanced Warfare, yeah. Start a podcast? I mean, I don't know if I have the time. Honestly, your news videos were some of my favorites. Makes me wish that you could do weekly news thing, but that's probably too much. I can do it. I can do it on the live stream, and I do try to do it on most live streams. The problem is I can't edit it. The editing takes too long. Editing just takes way too long, especially for the news, and it's why most YouTubers that cover the news don't do it. Unless people are, like, millions of people are coming to your channel just for your opinions on the topic, it's just not enough. Well, if you got an editor just for the live streams, well, I mean, I've considered that too. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to. They don't really make enough. I guess this one would, but like, usually most of my live streams are pretty inconsistent in revenue, and unless I just start doing the donation stuff, like I don't really want to make the live stream something about money, because it's just I get ideas for videos from the live streams. You know, I do it as a form of entertainment first and foremost. If I didn't get paid a single dollar, I'd still be doing this, which is why I turned the monetization off today. I'm dying. This is not. Why is this the last live stream? Because I'm moving to unlisted live streams. I'll explain more in a community post. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I figured I'm gonna do now. That's the thing, Icon. Wait, oh, this is a great question. I'm sorry if this may come off as a stupid question, but yeah, I know it's a great question. But what's the difference between Whimsu and Knowledge Husk? That is the entirety of 2023 has been on my mind. That was my New Year's resolution. Figure out what the fuck the difference is between those two channels. Because at the beginning of the year, the only actual difference is that this one had a cat in a swimming pool and that one didn't. And over the past few months, nothing really ended up changing. Both channels kind of merged into be the same homogenous idea, which was covering modern events, but there was like more niche topics about gaming on Whimsu and more broad topics on Knowledge Husk. And I was not a fan of how the channels were turning. I was not a fan of that direction. Once I realized it just wasn't something I wanted to do, you know. Not anymore, at least. At the time I did. Ever since I was a kid, I thought I wanted to do the news, but I've learned if you want to be a good commentator, you got to talk about shit that you don't care about. Like any YouTuber you look at that covers the news, I guarantee you one of the 5 videos they upload a week is about a topic they aren't actually that interested in, but it's their job to talk about it. That doesn't make it, in my mind, that's fair. That's their job. That's what they do. That's why people watch them. But I don't want to talk about things I'm not interested in, you know. So I should also talk about some idea. Isn't it weird that on this video game channel, I rarely actually talk about video games? Isn't that kind of weird? Like, I've always thought that's a little strange. I don't know if that's gonna change at all. I'm still gonna do whatever, you know, just go back to the console variations and ads and stuff like that, but just an interesting side note. Did you ever actually plan to abandon Knowledge Husk if Whimsu became popular enough? Yes. 100%. The reason why I picked retrofuturism to begin with on Knowledge Husk, retrofuturism referring to like the videos that were what the 60s thought the 2000s would be, you know, what robots were in the past. The reason, the Homes of the Future videos on Knowledge Husk, the reason I did all of those videos was because I assumed that Knowledge Husk had about a year to live. I figured with Whimsu, I could put out a lot more videos a lot quicker, and I was the algorithm would pick those videos up, and then I could just abandon Knowledge Husk because it's a channel that I felt would never have growth. But it turns out any channel, given enough time, can grow to some capacity, and it grew to a capacity that was acceptable for me, and I really like doing the retrofuturism videos. But then over the past few about a year ago, I stopped doing those because I thought people weren't interested in them because they weren't getting very good views. And then a year and a half later, people are telling me, I think I did a poll on Knowledge Husk. I think people took it as, do you want to see current events or do you want to see retrofuturism? That wasn't exactly how it was phrased, but that's how people took it. And 95% of the people voted for retrofuturism. No. Will I make a new channel called Whimsu Husk? That was, not gonna lie, that was my plan for Knowledge Husk, was to just call it Whimsu Husk and just bring the cat on board. I was just gonna bring the cat on board and never explain it. If views started getting too low, but I'm not gonna do that now. Wimmy's gonna move over to Knowledge Husk. Wimmy's gonna stay here, but I do need Wimmy for some of the retrofuturism stuff. And even the set probably makes a little bit more sense over on Knowledge Husk. Yeah, if I ever do a console variation video of any of the Nintendo handhelds, it's gonna be multiple parts. The algorithm's weird. It's a balance of time. It's really a balance of time. Like, put it this way. If you're on YouTube, you could survive if your videos only make 10 or 20,000 views. You could survive, but it would depend on how many videos you get out. If you only get 20,000 views a video, you kind of have to put out a good few videos every week, and so on and so forth. And if that number just starts to dip lower and lower like it does for Whimsu, you can't spend 2-3 weeks on those videos if it's not getting enough numbers, you know. What was my original idea behind Whimsu? Why did I create Whimsu? It was to be a successor to Knowledge Husk that was going to, or Knowledge Hub at the time, that was going to talk about just the movie shitposts and the gaming stuff that I was interested at the time. Really, the idea was gaming news. That was, I think, the end goal. That was always the end goal, because that's what I wanted to do ever since I was a kid, was cover gaming news. And it wasn't until the past few months that I realized it's not everything I thought it was going to be. How has Knowledge Husk channel been doing lately? It's been doing pretty bad, honestly, I'd say, all things considered. The last few videos have been terrible, terrible disasters in terms of views, because they're just not really resonating with the audience. And that turns out because people don't care about the current event stuff. There's something I want to talk about, and I will talk about probably later, of topics. By the way, thank you, Carpet Assistant, for becoming a member. When it comes to topics, everything has a life cycle. At the very beginning, you have, the inception, the creation of that topic or news story. And it's known by a few people, it's a little niche, and that starts to grow, and it becomes mainstream. And people can ride that train as hard as they want to try to make a bunch of money on that topic. And then you have the sustained, continued riding of the train to try to get money off of that topic to ride the hype until it becomes oversaturated. And then once it becomes oversaturated, you could still make a video about it, you could still talk about it, but you're going to be repeating and rehashing what a lot of people have already said. You're not going to be contributing anything new. You're just going to be taking what everybody else has said and combining it into something new. And then after that point, you enter fatigue, where less people are interested as a whole of even hearing about that topic. And then at the end, you reach like a void, a complete void, where even bringing up the idea that the topic is irrelevant is irrelevant. An example of this would be, honestly, probably Marvel. A lot of people wanted me to make a video about the Marvel's box office performance because everybody knew it was going to be a disaster based on the budget and early projections and stuff like that. And I can't make that video because it's entered the void where even bringing up the fact that superhero fatigue has set in, that is no longer novel. That is more than common knowledge. People just simply aren't interested in hearing about it because they're apathetic, and that's the problem. How much do I make on Whimsu versus Knowledge Husk? I make probably about 20 times the amount I make on Whimsu on Knowledge Husk. At least most months. Whimsu's basically always been a project that it's gonna grow someday, and it never did. It simply never did. That's why I was gonna quit That's why I moved to live streaming, to see if that was an option. But again, I don't like moving into the people gotta donate money to keep the channel alive territory. I appreciate it, of course, but like I just don't feel comfortable doing that. So the sponsorship route is the only way forward for now, for Whimsu. Superhero fatigue, exactly. I have a video, like, I had a video I was working on about AI art for months. It's basically me talking about because I used AI art in Knowledge Husk videos for months, and I'm going to talk about why I did it and what I learned from doing it and why I'm not doing it anymore. But I can't make that video because it's entered the void. The fatigue of that topic has set in so hard, people couldn't care less. Not that many people even cared that much to begin with, you know. So it's like, it's AI art fatigue, yeah. I want to send someone life support. No, it's just Whimsu's more of a fun side channel that never took off. Look, like, it's fine, you know, money-wise, it's fine. If I was hurting that bad for money, I'd just go get another job, you know, like, that's fine. Thank you, Icon. It's getting depressing. It should be depressing. No, this is not really. I'm gonna change the title of the live stream. I'm gonna change it to literally just another live stream. I'm gonna put a question mark in the description. There you go. Have I ever thought of live stream with Cody? Yeah, I was going to. Cody started live streaming a while ago, but he kind of quit. He kind of just quit it because he just wasn't a huge fan of it. He was streaming on Twitch though, and it's very different on Twitch than it is on YouTube. He was kind of doing more like game streaming, and I don't stream games anymore. I just talk to chat. Calvin Garcia says, your first AI art video was amazing, and I was looking forward to the video where you use AI art for animations. That's the thing, I did. For the next few months, a lot of animations I did were done using AI art, and I want to talk about the limitations of the technology, but I kind of fell, not gonna lie, I kind of fell off it. Like, I don't even pay attention to what's going on anymore because it wasted so much time. Wastes so much time. It's not faster for me to use that stuff. And it wasn't worth it for the amount of time it took to eventually make the videos, because it's like, you know, you're going to be dealing with the backlash, and you can't say to people, I'm doing this because I want to see what your reaction is. I want to see if you people get pissed, and that means I can gauge whether the general public will get pissed. I need to gauge whether this is something that will take my job. It's not going to take my, you know, job. It doesn't work that way. And I want to do that video, and I'm tempted to do it, but I would probably really tie it into more of why I'm going to stop talking about technology news on Knowledge Husk, because I'm just not interested in what's happening in the tech world anymore. Much. JLM, you never bothered fabricating a character. You just made one out of your own personality. The one the audience resonated the most. So, well, thank you. I'm going to pat myself on the back for that. No, thank you. But, like, part of that is because it would be pretty hard to create a character that you have to have on when you live stream, or even for videos. You know, it's just more fun for me to do YouTube this way. AI doesn't even want my job. The reason I'm safe from AI is I'm such a bad artist, it couldn't copy me. That's the sad reality. Did I ever consider starting a podcast? Years and years and years ago, maybe, but it's like, here's the thing. I don't know, like, when it comes to YouTube, over the past 5 years, things have become really professional and specialized. When I started doing YouTube, when I started talking about geography and history, the competition, so to speak, the other channels that were covering the same topics were just guys in their basements, you know, people in their apartments. And now, if somebody's talking about geography, they're usually somebody who has the money and resources to travel the globe to go film this stuff. People talking about history are professors with college degrees. At least people with college degrees. And there's not a whole lot of things that I have such an expertise on that I would be willing to talk about on a podcast. You know, not even tech, not even gaming, you know. Neither of those things. Especially now, a lot of aspects of technology, I'm completely lost. I don't know the ins and outs of neural networks and LLMs and AI, latent space, you know. I don't know anything about that. Not like I really did know much about coding or tons of stuff beforehand. I just think a lot of stuff is interesting. What about UFOs? I could talk about UFOs. I could have more Temple Run. I could have music at least. I usually would have had music, but the plan was to make this a 3-minute stream. I was just gonna link, like, plaster a link to something, but the community, again, we're talking about 150 concurrent viewers. We're not talking about, like, this is a million, you know, massive TV show, massive program, and it's disappearing forever. It's still gonna be around. It's just gonna be slightly more difficult to find. My goal, my dream, what I really want to do is just make it consistent. I would love if I could say 5 o'clock Saturday, 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, I guess. I don't know. That would be great. That'd be awesome. That's probably what I'm going to do. But, no, not quite there yet. It's not the past. Is this not the last? This is not the last. We are, yeah, Drew, I'm going back to the Constant Variations videos. You work during 5 p.m. Eastern time. That's the other thing. I want to start, like, recording, like, putting clips out there instead of just this. Because, look, it's 123 minutes. I'm sorry, 1 hour and 23 minutes long right now. That's way too long for most people to watch, to listen to. And there's a lot of dead air. I want to just be able to, I can just press start recording on OBS right now. And I can upload that as a separate, like, a 10-minute thing, you know. And I think I should probably start doing that. I'll find a place to post that. Why was this called the last live stream? It's because it's the last public live stream. That's it. The last public live stream. I'm going to start moving it to unlisted. I changed the name because people were feeling bad for me, and I didn't want. That felt weird because it's not that. It's not that kind of stream. I need a hook. Good way to start one. Yeah, I don't really plan on doing podcasts because again, the only podcast I've listened to a few podcasts, and it's usually people that, like, talk about nostalgia they have for culture of, like, their childhood. I don't really, a lot of people do that, you know. The stuff that I'm interested in generally requires video to show off. You know, I don't really know. I don't want to do a podcast. I don't even have a podcast host, so I can't do it anyway. You will find my JLM. I'm going to record this. I'm going to record this for everybody. So the way this is going to work going forward is all of my live streams still be on YouTube. There will be an unlisted link. This unlisted link can be found on my website, www.whimsu.com, at my Discord, which you'll find a link for somewhere, or on Patreon, which you don't need to be a patron to use. If you go to any of those sources, you can find it, but I'm kind of planning on just doing Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's kind of the plan. That's probably the most convenient time for me. I don't know if that's going to stick, But Saturday sounds pretty good for me. You know. I should press stop recording. There I go. Unlisted live streams do not show up in subscriptions. That's the problem. I keep pressing the wrong button. The subscriptions were just, the live streams were just getting too annoying for people. People were complaining constantly about the live streams. And I know a lot of people don't complain, but most people don't post anything. So when people see Whimsu uploaded a new video when it's a live stream, they just get pissed and they unclick the notification bell. Makes sense. That's probably what I would do, you know. Will I be live tomorrow? Probably, because there is a shit ton of news to talk about. Wow! What a week. DDX, I've been pretty okay. How are you? I don't know what you mean, Icon. A lot of people do that. A lot of people do what? This is my last live stream. No, Bojack, I'm just moving to unlisted. If you're in the Discord, you'll get notifications. That's the plan. Yeah, no background music today. Yes, you could join my Discord. I will send a link right here. I will again be posting this in the community tab. I'll be posting this in the community tab of YouTube. But there is the problem of there's not going to be a way to promote this live stream ever again. So it would inevitably disappear or die. At that point, I guess we're going to just start calling. That's where I don't know what to do then. If you're a YouTube member, you'll always get shout outs. That's all I can say, I guess. And if you're on the Discord, you care to join the Discord, if you care to check the Patreon or the Whimsu, you'll get it. What is the password protected page on the Whimsu website? That's for members. I've said it before earlier in the stream, but it is supposed to be for members. I gotta give the members what they paid for. The idea, I'm not gonna lie, the idea of making the streams member only made a ton of sense to me, because it would be something that would reward the members who are currently here, but I don't want to be the guy that paywalls his live streams, you know. That's kind of the thing. I don't want to be that guy. So, I don't know. I guess going forward, I also have a Twitch. I do have a Twitch. I could just move over to Twitch, but no one's gonna watch over there. That could be something. How about this? I'm gonna check how well we do with the unlisted live streams over here. If those are complete bombs, like if only like 20 people show up, I might as well move to Twitch, right? Like it says, how is it like to become a creator and having to respond to the same questions over and over and over and over again? I mean, that's the big problem with the live streams. It's why I want to change the way I do this stuff as well. Because what I was doing for a lot of the live streams is I would call a video or a live stream. To get clicks, you have to have something more than just say, Whimsu Live, July 18th, 2023. You got to call it like, Jim Ryan did what? You know, or something like that. Maybe not that clickbaity, but you have to say like, PlayStation did this week, whatever. And throughout the 2 4-hour live stream where I'm going through all those topics, people would jump and say, what's this about PlayStation? What's this about something? It's like, this happened 3 fucking hours ago. And I get not everybody can be there on time, but you know, it does then it annoys the other people who were there for it. Big Jim Ryan drama. I could do, yeah, Twitch does have dual stream now. I could just dual stream onto Twitch and YouTube. But again, it's this thing of like, that could work. Moving over to Twitch kind of feels like conceding defeat. That live stream wasn't the way to go, but it's like, I'm sure if I pulled, like if I ran a poll on YouTube right now, should I quit live streaming? More people are going to say yes, quit live streaming, you know. Guarantee that. Thank you, Kermie Frog. Oh, thank you, Avalon. Yeah. I love when people ask for the songs because I forget to upload these songs to SoundCloud. So when people do say it, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go do it right now, and then yeah, it's motivation. I keep pressing the wrong button. I'm sorry. Sorry. Let's see. Have you ever considered adding the answers to your frequently asked questions up on the screen so you're not repeating yourself too much? I mean, going forward, that's not going to be a problem, because going forward, the live streams will just simply be called Whimsu Live this week, you know? Like, whatever the day is of the week, I'm just going to call it that. That's not going to get the most clicks or attention, but again, it's not getting, it's not going out to the public, so... I mean, shit. I'm gonna try it before we quit. I'm gonna try it right now. I'm going to disconnect this public live stream, and then I'm gonna go unlisted. I'm gonna share the unlisted link in my Discord. Thank you, Aiden Isaacs. Now, for anybody who's just joining for the last time, here's my Discord link. If you can't find it, it's on Patreon. We're doing this test right now. So, this is the end. Until you see me in several seconds. I'll also share the Patreon link so it's easier for people to find. And this is just a test to see what the numbers would actually be. Okay. I'll give it about 20 seconds. And see ya. He died.